When someone disrespects you, your first instinct is to respond, to defend yourself, to explain, to make them see who they are dealing with. But let me tell you something, silence is power. There is no greater statement than walking away with your dignity intact. When people disrespect you, they are revealing themselves, not you. Their words come from their own pain, their insecurity, their chaos, and when you respond, when you argue, when you try to make them understand, you step down to their level. You start fighting battles that were never yours to begin with. You have to understand not every action deserves your reaction. Some things don't need to be corrected, they just need to be ignored. Silence is not weakness, silence is control. You're showing that you've mastered the art of emotional discipline. Let them think they've won. Let them laugh. Let them gossip. Because karma has a way of bringing everything full circle. The same mouths that disrespected you will one day speak highly of you. The same people who look down on you will look up to you. But for that to happen, you must not interfere. Karma doesn't need your help. It doesn't need your words, your anger, your proof. It just needs time. Your job is to rise higher, to stay focused on your peace, your goals, your growth. Every time you choose silence, you're choosing to protect your energy. You're saying, I refuse to let your chaos touch my peace. You see, the people who disrespect you, they expect a reaction. They want your energy. They want to see you lose control because that gives them power. When you stay calm, when you smile and walk away, you take that power back. You leave them confused. They don't know how to fight someone who doesn't fight back. And that's when the universe steps in. It has its own way of balancing things out. The people who mocked you will face moments that make them understand what they did. Not because you wished it, but because that's how energy works. What you put out always comes back. So stay silent. Stay focused. Let your success be your response. Let your peace be your revenge. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't owe them your emotions. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. The moment you stop reacting, you start healing. You stop trying to prove your worth to people who are too blind to see it. You stop wasting your energy on things beneath you. That's when you rise. That's when you shift from being reactive to being powerful. People will test you with their words, with their actions, with their disrespect. But remember, every test is a chance to prove your strength. Not by shouting louder, not by fighting harder, but by remaining unshaken. Silence doesn't mean you didn't notice. It means you decided they weren't worth your response. Silence doesn't mean weakness. It means wisdom. It means you trust the process. It means you understand that karma will always do what you cannot. So the next time someone disrespects you, smile. Don't argue. Don't defend yourself. Just step back and let karma do the talking. Because while they're busy spreading negativity, you'll be too busy building an empire. Remember this, peace is the loudest sound in the world, and those who try to disturb it always end up being silenced by their own noise. Stay quiet, stay graceful, and let karma speak for you. Silence, it's the language of the strong, the kind of strength most people will never understand. Because everyone can talk, everyone can shout, everyone can try to prove their point, but not everyone can stay quiet. Not everyone can hold their composure when the world tries to provoke them. When you're silent, people assume you're weak. They think you didn't notice, they think you don't care, but what they don't realize is that silence is the highest form of emotional intelligence. It's knowing that your energy is too sacred to be wasted on nonsense. It's knowing that your peace matters more than being right. The truth is, people who disrespect you, they're looking for a reaction. They want to see you break character, lose control, and match their energy. Because once you do, they win. They've pulled you into their chaos. And that's what weak people do. They create chaos to feel powerful. But you're different. You don't need to respond to prove your worth. You don't need to lower your standards just to be heard. Your silence already says everything. There's a power in not reacting. It shows that you've mastered yourself. It means you've reached a level of emotional maturity that most people can't touch. You're not fighting battles that don't deserve your energy. You've learned that not every insult deserves a reply. Not every comment deserves attention, and not every person deserves a place in your peace. When you stay silent after being disrespected, it confuses people. They expect drama, they expect chaos, they expect you to fall apart. But when you don't, they realize they never had power over you to begin with. Your silence becomes the wall they can't climb, the boundary they can't cross. Silence doesn't mean you're ignoring reality, it means you're aware of it. Deeply aware, but you choose to rise above it. You choose not to feed the negativity because you understand that every reaction drains you. Every time you defend yourself against lies or disrespect, you give away a piece of your peace. And for what? To prove a point to someone who already made up their mind about you. No, you walk away because your peace is priceless. There's beauty in being misunderstood and still choosing not to explain yourself because you've learned that explanations don't change the hearts of people who enjoy misunderstanding you. Silence becomes your protection, your invisible armor. People don't need to know your next move. They don't need to understand your emotions. You owe them nothing. The world has taught you that being loud means being strong, but real strength, real power comes from control. The ability to stay calm in the middle of disrespect, to not let your emotions rule you, that's power, that's confidence, that's self-respect. You don't chase validation anymore. You don't beg for understanding. You don't waste energy trying to fix how people see you. You've learned that staying quiet and moving differently brings more peace than any argument ever will. The next time someone disrespects you, take a breath. Don't rush to respond. Just smile, and in that silence, remember, they just revealed who they are, not who you are. Let their words echo in their own emptiness. Because people who truly have peace within them, they don't disrespect others. Disrespect comes from insecurity. It comes from pain, and that's not yours to carry. You don't need to get the last word. You don't need to prove your strength by raising your voice. Your silence will echo louder than their noise. It will haunt them because they'll realize they couldn't get to you. You stayed untouchable, graceful, and centered. That's what silence does. It disarms the chaos. So be silent, but not out of fear. Be silent out of wisdom. Be silent because you understand that not reacting is a form of reaction. It's saying, I see you, I hear you, but I refuse to let you control me. It's walking away knowing that your peace is worth more than winning a pointless argument. There's something deeply powerful about walking away from disrespect without saying a word. It's choosing to let karma handle what your words cannot. It's trusting that everything comes full circle, that truth always reveals itself even if you stay quiet. And one day those who disrespected you will remember your silence. Not because it was empty, but because it was loud. Because in that silence, you showed them what real strength looks like. You didn't have to scream to make your point. Your peace spoke for you. Silence is your power. Protect it. Use it wisely. The world doesn't need to know your thoughts, your plans, or your pain. Keep them guessing. Let your actions, your calmness, your growth, and your success do the talking. Because when you stay silent after disrespect, the universe hears you, and karma begins its work. And trust me, nothing speaks louder than that. Karma, the quiet force that sees what you cannot, hears what you never spoke, and balances everything that ever felt unfair. You don't need to chase revenge, you don't need to prove your innocence, and you don't need to make anyone see the truth, because karma always does. It watches in silence, waiting for the right moment to unfold what's hidden. There will be times when people will hurt you deeply, they'll disrespect you, lie about you, or try to make you feel small. You'll sit there wondering, why did they get away with it? You'll question the universe thinking, how is this fair? But that's the thing. Karma doesn't move on your time. It moves on truth, and truth always comes out, even if it takes years. The same people who disrespected you will face moments where they'll finally understand what they did. They might not connect it to you, but the energy they sent out will find its way back. It always does. That's the law of energy. What you give is what you get. If someone spreads lies, their life becomes surrounded by dishonesty. If someone disrespects others, they will meet people who will do the same to them. It's not revenge, it's balance. You have to trust this process because when you start chasing payback, you interrupt karma's work. You get in the way of the universe trying to restore order. Every time you react out of anger, you show that you don't trust life's timing. But when you stay still, when you let go, you create space for karma to step in and do what your words cannot. Your silence doesn't mean you've accepted defeat. It means you've handed it over to something much greater than yourself. You've decided to protect your peace instead of fighting battles that only drain your soul. You know what's powerful? Watching karma unfold without you having to lift a finger. Watching people who wronged you realize their actions, not because you exposed them, but because life did. Karma isn't cruel. It's a teacher. It teaches people lessons. They refuse to learn through kindness. It teaches through experience. It shows them how it feels to be on the other side. And while they're learning, you'll be rising. You'll be healing, evolving, and glowing in peace. The most beautiful thing about trusting karma is that you stay clean. You don't carry bitterness. You don't hold grudges. You free yourself because bitterness blocks blessings. Resentment keeps you tied to the people who hurt you. But when you let go and say, it's okay, karma will handle it, you cut that energetic cord. You stop replaying the pain and you start focusing on yourself. Let karma do its work silently while you do yours gracefully. Let the universe be your witness. You don't need to explain how they treated you. People will see it. Life has a way of revealing the truth without you saying a word. And when that happens, you'll realize you didn't lose anything by staying quiet. You gained everything by choosing peace. There's a deep satisfaction that comes with knowing you stayed kind even when you were disrespected, because that means you didn't become like them. You stayed true to who you are. And that's what makes karma work in your favor. Energy doesn't lie, and it always finds its match. You see, when someone disrespects you, they create a storm in their own life. They don't even realize it, but the moment they hurt someone who meant no harm, they set a chain in motion. Life will eventually mirror that same pain back to them. And you won't have to say a word. When karma speaks, it's not loud, it's subtle, it's powerful. It hits where it truly matters, in moments of realization, in moments of regret, in moments where silence feels heavier than words. That's when they'll remember how they treated you, and you'll be far away, living in peace, untouched by their chaos. So don't worry about who got away with disrespecting you. Don't waste your nights thinking about their downfall. That's not your role. Your role is to rise, to heal, to become so focused on your purpose that they can no longer reach your energy. You're not here to watch karma unfold. You're here to grow beyond it. But still, know this, karma never forgets. It never misses. It might be silent, but it's precise. The same way your good deeds come back to bless you, their actions will return to teach them. That's how the universe stays fair. That's how balance is kept. So stay quiet after disrespect. Let your silence create space for karma to move. Trust that the universe saw everything. You don't have to shout, you don't have to expose, you don't have to wish anything bad. Just walk away with grace. Because the more peaceful you become, the louder karma speaks on your behalf. And one day, without saying a word, they'll understand. They'll remember your silence, your calmness, your grace, and realize that was the moment karma started to speak. When you stop reacting to disrespect and start focusing on your growth, everything in your life changes. You stop chasing closure, you stop begging for understanding, and you stop trying to convince people of your worth. Because you finally understand your energy is sacred. You can't waste it trying to fix how others see you. The people who truly matter will already know who you are, and the ones who don't, they were never meant to stay. Focusing on your growth means choosing yourself again and again, even when it feels lonely. It means walking away from situations that drain you, no matter how tempting it is to prove a point, because you realize that peace is more valuable than being right. You realize that every time you react to disrespect, you're giving away a part of your strength. But when you choose silence, when you choose calmness, you keep that power inside you. You preserve it. You turn it into fuel. Let them talk. Let them misunderstand. Let them think you've fallen off, changed, or lost your way. Because while they're talking about you, you'll be building yourself. You'll be healing, learning, growing, and becoming the kind of person who doesn't need to respond to small energy. Growth isn't about revenge, it's about transformation. It's about becoming so strong within yourself that the old you wouldn't even recognize the new you. When you focus on yourself, you start to see how much energy you used to waste trying to please everyone. You start to see how much peace you gave away trying to fix people who were never ready to grow. You stop doing that. You stop giving your power to those who don't value it. Instead, you redirect that energy inward into your goals, your dreams, your self-worth. Growth is quiet, it's not loud, it's not dramatic, and it doesn't need validation. It happens in those silent moments when you choose to walk away instead of argue, when you choose to meditate instead of complain, when you choose to forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. That's real growth. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to defend your peace. People will misunderstand your silence as weakness, but that's only because they haven't reached your level yet. They're still addicted to chaos, still searching for validation, still living for reactions. But you've outgrown that. You've learned that not everything requires your energy, and not everyone deserves access to your spirit. As you focus on growth, your circle gets smaller, your mind gets sharper, your energy gets cleaner, you start to attract peace instead of drama, opportunities instead of distractions, and genuine people instead of pretenders. Because when you elevate your mindset, the universe shifts around you. It removes what no longer aligns and replaces it with what's meant for you. There will be moments where your silence feels heavy, you'll want to speak, to defend yourself, to scream the truth. But don't remind yourself that your growth is happening behind the scenes. You don't need to prove that you've changed. The way you move, the way you no longer react, the way you protect your peace, that's proof enough. Every time you choose to walk away instead of arguing, you're rewriting your story. You're saying, I value myself too much to fight for attention. You're saying, I've outgrown the need to be understood. That's what power looks like. It's quiet, it's graceful, and it's unstoppable. And as you focus on your growth, something magical happens. The things that once triggered you no longer do. The words that once hurt you lose their weight. The people who once made you question yourself no longer matter because your self-worth no longer depends on how others treat you. It depends on how you treat yourself. So pour your energy into becoming the best version of you. Let your success be your revenge. Let your glow be your response. You don't need to explain your journey to anyone. You don't need to prove your worth to those who refuse to see it. Your transformation will say everything. Growth means choosing to heal instead of hate. It means choosing peace over pettiness. It means walking away from what no longer nourishes your soul. And the more you do that, the more powerful you become. Because peace, discipline, and focus, those are the true signs of strength. Stop reacting. Start growing. Use their disrespect as motivation to level up. Use their doubt as fuel to prove yourself, not to them, but to you. You owe yourself the life that peace creates. You owe yourself the kind of growth that silence brings. One day, the people who disrespected you will see the version of you that your silence created, calm, grounded, successful, untouchable. And they'll realize that they never defeated you. They only inspired you to rise. So stay focused, stay calm, let karma do its work, and let your growth do the talking. Because your evolution will always speak louder than your reaction ever could.